Hey, what's going on? As promised, I said I was going live. So good afternoon. I forgot to check and make sure I was cute before I went live. So y'all might see me fixing and adjusting things as the time goes on. But hi everybody. The last time I went live, I went from a computer. And so this will be my maybe second time going live from my phone. So I'm just going to be paying attention to I'm just going to be paying attention to hey. Oh, I'm not speaking to you, Mr. Mitchell. So don't try to high me up because you've been coming to a Hill and Heart event for forever. But in any event, I'm so proud of Grind Out. You know, shout out Grind Out. Shout out Brownsville, period. But definitely shout out Grind Out from Tilden Projects. You know, I'm a Browns really into the death of me. Never ran, never will. So I'm proud of Grind Out. Shout out Grind Out. But Sean, I'm not speaking to you. But in any event, good afternoon, guys. I'm home. I need to tip. Anywho, I'm home. Everybody knows I'm a New York City Department of Education employee and schools are closed today. And I meant to actually get on here a little earlier and check in, but I had girlfriend things to do and things to do around the house, so I couldn't check in. But I promised that I would check back in and, let you guys know what's going on and yada, yada, yada. So I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys saw that I posted yesterday. Well, I posted a couple months ago. I actually posted last year. Citizens Committee. They are some beautiful people who always give grants to people doing community work. So last year, God is so good. I have to find the thing. I know it's in here somewhere. I can show you. We won, because I'm in my house. I'm in my apartment. I'm home with my colorful apartment. It's very orange in here. I have my dad behind me. But anyway, last year we won Citizens Committee grant, and we won it again this year. And when last year we win, you get a person from the organization and they partner with you. So they kind of let you know what's going to happen, what you can do with the funds, and they keep up with the project, and they really give it to people doing community work. So if you're doing any service in your community, then they're willing to give you the grant. And I mean, it's very easy to get. I can send you guys the link. They are very generous and very beautiful. And it really could assist you if you want to do community work and you're broke. So anywho, we won a grant last year. We won a grant this year. Glory be to God. But Katie was one of the young ladies she was our grant manager, and that's who corresponded with us, and that's who came out to give us our grant check, and that's who we pretty much worked with. And me personally, for those of you who know me personally, and that's most of my Facebook friends, y'all know I'm very transparent. So when she came out to talk about the work we were doing, I gave it so raw that me, her, and my business partner Sheena and friend Sheena, all three of us was crying, because I always talk to people about Hill and Hearts, and I always talk about it and get emotional because, again, like I said in my last live, I just feel like people really do not take this work seriously. They really do not take this work seriously. They really do not. And can y'all hear me? Because my ringer was off, so I don't know if that means y'all couldn't hear me. Somebody tell me if y'all heard me. Pooh Bear, tell me if you heard me. You're my brother. Did you hear me talking? Anywho, I'm going to keep talking. So, hey, Shanique, how you doing? Can y'all hear me talking? You can hear me, Shanique? Because I don't know, my ringer was off. That's because my boyfriend is about to call me, so he's probably going to mess up my live. But anyway, because he's about to get off work. But anyway, basically, when Katie came down, the grant representative, thank you, Shanique, I was just sharing with her, people really underestimate. Thank you, Dea. People really underestimate how important healing is. And I'm not going to lie, I get very worked up and very, very emotional trying to explain to people how important how important self-work and healing is, because I personally believe that when you work on yourself and you really start the healing process, you are really saving and changing your own life. And in turn, what I do know also about the work is you get so engulfed in it and you love it so much that when you're really learning and doing the work and seeing how much is changing your life. Hi, Bianca. I got your email. See how much is changing your life. You start to pass the torch and you want to help other people do it. And one of my favorite lines this year that I learned, because I always got like a little quote or saying behind my name or behind what I stand for, is a better me, a better we. So if I'm here and I'm going through the healing process, it made me feel so good, and I became such a better person that I'm passing the torch, and everybody that I meet along the way, I'm like, yo, you should try this. This is really good. This really works. But what I noticed about doing this work is a couple of things. One is that people want to come when they feel they're down to ground zero. So like case in point, somebody will call me when it's like they feel like they at the lowest, they've had enough, they can't take it no more, they feel like they're about to die, yada yada yada. And 9 times out of 10, that's really yes it is. That's really the best time for you to come, because that's when you know you need the help. But then what I see is people want the temporary fix. So, hey, Amina. So, okay, help me fix my problem right now. Help me get through this. Talk me through. Okay, DJ, I feel much better. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. I don't know if I have to say it in Spanish. I really don't know no other way to translate it. Self-work is consistent. Okay? It's consistent for the rest of your life until you close your eyes. You will have to continuously work on being a better person. And each level of your life is going to require you to get better and better. And in order for you to get better and better, guess what? You got to do more work and more work and more work and more work. And trust me when I tell you, because I've been on this journey for the past 4 years, it never is easy. Ever. Just about a week ago, I bust out crying because I was like, in my mind, I have come so freaking far. I've done so much work. I've pushed myself beyond limits. I've done this, I've done that. But still, it's another freaking area that I have to work on. I thought I was done. You're never done. You're never done. So when people coming to me when they at ground zero and they saying, help me get through this time right here, I'm saying I have no issue helping you get through this time right here. But if you don't start to work on what brought you to this space and you only take that quick fix, you're going to be right back here. You're either going to be right back here or you're going to be worse. But when trying to explain that to people, they don't really think that healing is important. They just want the quick fix right now. So it's like, okay. Tell me what I need to hear. Tell me what's going to make what's happening in my life happen right now better. And I'm good. You can go. I don't need you no more. Okay. Okay. And some of these people I've seen go to jail. Some of these people I've seen lose everything. Some of these people I've seen so low and I'm there crying with them and feeling bad for them because I felt like I could help them and I felt like I wanted to, but it's not up to me to try to assist you in healing that you're not ready for. You are not ready for. But what people have to understand is if you're not ready for the healing and you're not ready to get better, and you're not ready to do the self-work, you have to also be very, very conscious of those negative behaviors and their consequences. And that's another reason why I want to go live, because I'm here watching people and consequences being inflicted on them, and not just my regular people that I'm around and I love and I know, but even celebrities, like case in point, the 2 young ladies that scuffled the other day, but I'll get on that. But I'm there watching the consequences of it all. And then people are saying in the same breath, well, I don't want this to happen and I don't want to go through this. But you also knew that when you made a choice and a decision that this could be what took place after your choice and your decision. what would you like? I'm confused. So and then I also feel like we live in a world where there's no real compassion. So I want you to understand what I'm going through and understand why I did what I did and feel bad for me and help me out. But when the shoe was on the other foot, I don't give a damn about you. And you know what was so crazy? About maybe 3 years ago, one of my very close friends was going through something. And I remember, like, we talked about it, and 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 we talked about it. I mean, we talked about it every time we was together. We talked about it on the phone. And then I remember I got to a point and I said, you know what? I told myself, I said, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to tell her. I'm going to say, it's enough. It's enough. We talked about it. We worked through it. We said this. We did that. And you still upset about it. And I never really got the courage to say to her, it's enough. But I remember, like, a couple of days after me thinking that, I said to myself, Khadijah, the nerve of you. The nerve of you. The audacity. I remember what my mother said, the unmitigated gall. The gumption. You know, because it's like, how dare you say it's enough for her? No, it's enough for you. You're tired of hearing it and it's getting on your nerves because it's not your situation. But the nerve of you to even say that you're going to tell this person, oh, it's enough and come on. And no, clearly it's not enough for them. It's enough for you. Hi, China. It's enough for you. And I really, I felt genuinely bad that I even had those thoughts. Because I know when it's me, I want people to hear me y'all. I want them to understand me. I got to make them get it. All of this. And I can talk about stuff, especially things that I care about. Oh, I can talk. Hey, Carlina. I can talk about things forever, and I need you to listen every time. And so I looked at myself like, wow, those same people that you claim don't have no compassion in this world, all the healing that you're behind supposed to be doing, and you one of them people. You are one of those people. And I'm so grateful and thankful to God that I was able to hold back on actually saying that to my friend, because I almost could guarantee you I would have lost that friendship. I would have lost that friendship because I know she would have been looking at me like, are you serious? Are you really serious right now? Like, you supposed to be my friend. Out of all of the people in the world who don't understand me and who don't know me, you supposed to be my friend, and you supposed to have some compassion. You supposed to help me get through this, as opposed to saying it's enough, because it's not enough for me. It's enough for you. And I think, like I said, I thank God that she didn't have to check me that way. I was able to check myself. And it's a number of situations that I've had with people, even situations that I've had years and years ago, that I can honestly say I'm in a place where I can check myself. And then looking back, and every last one of those situations, and I could give you, I'm glad you needed to hear this, Carlene. I needed to share it. I can give you where the other person was wrong and what they did and what should have happened and all of this and all of that. But at the end of the day, I was a willing participant in every last one of those situations, and I definitely played a large part. And I made it my business when I got, hey, colleague, when I got creeper. When I got a little further along in the healing process, I made it my business to really, really check in with those people. Because I also didn't want to be one of those people where it's like, okay, well, I know what I did wrong in that situation. I'm sorry, but that's dead and gone, so let me move forward. Because even if I was deciding to still, hang with these people or be family to these people or be in relationship with these people, they still needed to hear that I could recognize my behaviors. And I'm so grateful and thankful, because it's very, very hard for people to do that. It's impossible. It's impossible for some. It is impossible for some. And, sometimes when I'm sitting with people and they see, me doing it, it's like I've gotten backlash about it. I've gotten backlash about it. Like, no, I think, no, DJ, you being too hard on yourself. Now, that other person should... this journey, my journey that I'm on, it's not the work that other people have to do. It's not the other work that other people have to do. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. And every single freaking time, I have to check me. I have to check me. I have to check me. And sometimes checking me is hard. It's hard because sometimes I'm feeling like, well, if they did 99 things wrong and I only got the one, why am I getting on my case? Yeah. Because the one that you had made you a willing participant. That one. And which brings me, I'm going to talk a little bit about the whole, I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with y'all. I don't really want to discuss it, but I want to discuss my post the other day. Because it still flabbergasts me that, what I noticed that people around the world do, and it was crazy because I only had 2 people comment on the post when I put it on Instagram, but a lot of private conversations were had about it that I was told about, and I got a few DMs and inboxes, and I think that people get it twisted. I think people think that because I'm on this healing path that I think that nothing is supposed to ever happen in life. What? Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. And this is how I knew that I have to continuously do the work. When I tell you I love Healing Hearts, I probably could bust out crying right now. That's how much I love Healing Hearts to death. Like, nothing comes before it. Nothing comes before it. Nothing comes before it. And only because I feel like it's God's work. It's God's work. It's what God put. I know it. So because it's something that was given to me by God, I take it very, very serious. Like, I'm very serious about it. I'm serious. I'm very serious about it. But I also know that the human in me could let certain situations jeopardize God's work. You know what I'm saying? So, like, case in point, I feel personally that, if something is done to a family member of mine, in particular my mom, because we are extremely close, then Healing Hearts probably will go out the window. Healing Hearts probably will go out the window. Miss Penny called me today and tomorrow and said, listen, I'm here at work and somebody slapped my head off. Then what you think I'm going to say? Okay, well, let me see if they want a one-on-one session. No. I want no one-on-one. I don't want no one on Healing Hearts. I'm going to ask my boyfriend to please, along with my family, take over the business because I'm going to lose it right now. And again, that lets me know one or two things. One is that I still have a lot of work to do. Okay? And 2 is that this journey is about me. It's about me. It's about me. I have to also keep in mind that with it being about me and me tossing Healing Hearts out the window and saying, oh, somebody did something to Miss Penny, so I got to go over there and handle it, I must also be very clear that that's going to come with consequences. Crystal clear. Crystal. Not, I want people to understand and I went over there and handled that situation with that because that was my mother, so therefore it should be no consequence. We don't live in a world where that's realistic. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. So for me to even think that any behavior or decision or choice that I make doesn't have consequences, I'm sorry. That's not realistic. But what I'm seeing, in this world is that whatever a person can relate to, then they have compassion for. You understand what I'm saying? So, case in point, I'm listening about the, Nikki and Cardi, and like I said, really and truly, I don't give a damn about neither one of them. My honest opinion is I genuinely think Nicki is a good rapper and a lyricist, and I like her albums. I'm very proud of Cardi B's success, because her story is definitely a started from the bottom, now I'm here type of thing. But I don't know neither one of these women personally, and to be honest with you, forget about the culture of hip hop. To me, they don't represent well just as black women. So I'm, and I ain't judging. I'm just saying that that's how I feel. So, and they may feel the same about me. So, because I don't know them personally, I don't really care. My issue was that I have been places and people would invite me. They'd be like, oh, Khadijah, we see the work that you're doing, and we all want to come together and create a healing and a bonding space for women, and you look like you could contribute to that because, your work that you do in the community. So we want you to come to the healing and the bonding event, and we're going to invite all of these women from all over the city, and we want y'all to come together. So I'm looking at the people that say this, and I say, okay, beautiful, because the thing about me is I have 4 sisters of my own. I have a slew of friends. I know how to coexist with women. And I'm also, as an adult, I'm very clear on my triggers. So now that I know my triggers, I can even coexist with women better, because I know my triggers. But that's not everybody. So when you're trying to get a group of women to come together and coexist and be good with one another, hey Monet, and be great with one another, but in the same token, a lot of these women haven't done any self-work, this ain't gonna go well. But I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch. So the post I put the other day was, I saw a lot of women, look at my boyfriend saying he just bust out the band though. Hi, Bookie. I'm gonna tell him I'm on live. Hold on. A lot of women saying, those the same ones that invited me to these forums was saying that it's sometimes you gotta just handle things and you gotta I don't know how that happened. Oh, Monet. Hi, Tracy. You gotta just, sometimes you lose it and that's it. And that's, I get it. What did I just tell y'all in my mouth? That if somebody slapped Penny head off, Helen Hearts is going out the window. I get it. I get that part. What I was trying to say I was confused about is though, how these people want women to come together if it's only under a certain pretense or guise. You can't do that because we don't all measure from the same cup. So you're going to tell me that we're able to coexist and unify in a space until so-and-so, but that's your until. What about my until? You know what I'm saying? So how can we all come together and unify if certain things warrant violence, but whose scale are we measuring from? Are we saying what triggers you warrant violence, or what triggers me, or do we have universal rules about what? Like that didn't go well with me, because my thing was, if you want people to unify and come together, then you have to be in favor of all of the things that's gonna bring unity. And if you putting a cap on what's gonna bring that unity, then we can never come together, because you're only gonna say the things that trigger you. So, like, case in point, all of the mothers was very upset. They said, most of them that I know, that when you talk about a kid, then it's all, gloves is off. I got that. I got that. I got that 100%. I actually agree with it. But I'm going to tell you something else. I'm not a mom. So what if my cap was, if you say something about my mother, does that matter or no? And does it only matter to some people? And shit like I did not like that. So my point was, we are not all measuring from the same scale. So if you're saying that you're gonna do something, it has to be by any means necessary. Else don't do it. Don't do it. So my thing was, whatever favor you was in of Cardi or Nicki, I felt like, but if you're trying to make something happen, like the unity of women, then why are you promoting the violence between them? I didn't understand that. I had to ask that question. And I've heard a lot of private conversations. I got a lot of DM and text messages where people defending their point. Oh, well, when it comes down to kids, I don't get to say what triggers you. So if you say it as a mother, when it comes to kids, it's all gloves off. Okay, gloves off. I don't mind. If you say it as a barb that you don't feel she should act that way, okay, However you feel is however you feel. I wasn't knocking it. I just was saying, is the same people that was trying to bring the women together also in favor of the violence that's keeping us apart. That was my whole point. So, and again, I see that a lot of times. Like, if you're like, even for example, like the Angie and Tasha thing. You know, if you was a mistress, you argue and Angie point to the floor. If you was a wife, you argue and Tasha point to the floor. Again, is it only important when it's you? And that's a large level of selfishness that, you know, I want to know, can I pause this? Because I have to tell my boyfriend I'm on live. Can I pause this? I don't want to finish it. I just want to pause it. Okay, he's going to have to wait. But anyway, you know, and a lot of times when I say that people have no compassion in the world, and that's what I'm talking about. It's like only when it's something that I can relate to. What happened to my light? Okay. Only when it's something that I can relate to, then it's important. Says who? I want to know what rule that is in. Because it reminds me of the same conversation of opinions are facts. So if 500 kabillion people think something, then that makes it a fact? No. That makes it 500 and kabillion people opinion. It doesn't. But anyway, you know, I watched the workup of all of that. And, you know, truth be told, both of them did what they thought was best for them. Cardi felt like whatever she knew that Nicki said or did or whatever happened about that baby thing, that was her limit. That was her limit. And she had every right to do whatever she needs to do when she's pushed to the limit. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Nicki. Maybe Nicki thought it was smarter for her to just play the back and not really jump all out the window and get physical. Whatever she thought was her, whatever decision she needed to make, she made it. She made it. And whatever you can relate to, that's cool. That's no problem. Just remember that all of these decisions have consequences. Every last one of them. And when you get to the pearly gates or wherever you in front of the judge or wherever you have to go, then you know your decision's going to reflect on you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And in the healing stages, you get to really, really assess your decisions. Your decisions. You know, I'll be honest with you and say I'm making some right now that I'm looking like, I may have to pay for this in the long run. But guess what? That's my choice. That's my choice. And if, God forbid, some consequences have to come down, I'm going to have to handle them the same way I handle the choices I made. It is what it is. But, you know, you have to be honest and truthful about where you are and then deliver that. That's it. That's it. That's really, really it, you know. And doing this work is really, really, hey Charlene, it's not easy because I have to check myself on a daily, and it's nerve-wracking and it's aggravating because it's like I said, if this other person got 99 wrongs, why my one wrong got to be pointed out and magnified and I'm the worst person in the world? No, it's not that you're the worst person in the world, Khadijah, just that this work is about you. This work is about you. Where that one wrong came from. What triggered that? What happened? What in you caused you to respond and react that way? And is that something that you want to do? Because that's another thing. Some people will flat out tell you, I did what I wanted. So what? I respect those people. I remember a young lady that I grew up with, you know, she was making some decisions that the rest of the world, they didn't like. You know, oh, you should talk to so-and-so. You should talk. I say, that young lady's never complained to me. Not one time. She's never complained to me. I've heard people talk about her like a dog and everything that she did and all the stuff she's continuing to do and how they didn't think it was right. And, you know, and I heard them. And maybe sometimes I agree, yeah, I don't think that's right either. Or maybe sometimes I just didn't say anything. But either way, that young lady never complained to me. She never, not one time, came to me and said, oh, Deej, I'm stressed out about the choices that I'm making, or I'm stressed out about what's happening in my life, or I'm stressed out. And no, she was living her best life. And you don't get to judge what's her best life. We're not measuring from the same scale. How many times can I tell you that? How many times do I have to tell myself that? You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all, when it was my friend, I had to really check myself. Oh, Khadijah, that's it. I said, I'm going to tell her that that's it. It's done. We getting past that. You're not even the person going through it. That's number one, Khadijah. So you sound selfish and crazy right there. Then on top of that, you also are going to tell her she's done for her? Wow. Must be nice. If it was that easy, Carlina, I got you. Text me a number. If it was that easy, then the world would be such a better place. No, it's not. It's really not. Everybody is measuring from different scales. Everybody makes decisions how they see fit. And you have to let them. And you have to also be very mindful that the decisions that you make have consequences. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And even if sometimes they sound like the best, like case in point. You know, I left my job I was at for 10 years. Where it was one straight bus ride the way I'm going and back on home. Now I take 2 trains, a plane, a boat, a bus, and all these other things to get where I'm going. The consequence of taking on this new job was a traveling hardship. Y'all hear me complaining? Y'all see me talking on Facebook about, oh, I'm tired of these 2 trains and this is it. No. No. Because you know what I realized? The moment that I'm about to write a status about, oh, the trains and the planes and the boats and I'm tired of getting up too early, I start to say, Khadijah, somebody put a gun to your head to take that job? No. That not only was that your choice, you was adamant about doing it. Prayed about it for a year. The hell you mad at? You know, so I listen and I watch and I observe, and you know, it kind of irks me that people are thinking that you know, I think that I'm perfect or that it heal a hard time. No. I'm still making mistakes every day. I don't know if y'all saw what I posted earlier. 100% of social media will think that me and my boyfriend is like J and B, the perfect couple. And we kind of are. Like, I'm really, really in love with him. He's mad sweet. But at the end of the day, we're still human. We are still human, the both of us. So we have plenty of situations that happen that it's like, oh my God. So I posted earlier a conversation. That was real. The conversation was, you're crazy, Khadijah. You are crazy, and how you think does not make it any better. That's what he said. You know what I said back in response? That may be true. That may be true, love. Is that something that you can handle? Is that something that you could deal with? And the honesty of it and the healing in me allowed me to say the next phrase. I'm still trying to figure out if I can manage, control, or change any of that. I've always told it's a phrase, a meme that they put on IG that I love so much. Hey, my girl Tracy. Okay, Tracy, I got you. It's a meme. It says, I don't know if you guys remember this one, and I post it at least once a year. It says, I'm the homie until I catch feelings, and then I'm the psycho. Facts about Khadijah. I ain't lie. I've been plenty of guys that I dated homie, and I played it so cool. We had a grand old time. There's a couple of people on here, y'all wouldn't know that was my little boo on the law, because I kept it together because my feelings wasn't involved. But when my feelings get involved, I'm not going to play with you. I'm not going to play with you. And I don't care what you call it. Call it crazy. Call it psycho. Call it I'm worried about the wrong things. You're thinking too much. You took too far. I don't care what you call it. It's who I am. Is it some things that I know that I need to work on in that area? Of course. And that's why my boyfriend is still with me, because I am working on them. I am. But the reality of it is I'm human, so sometimes that's going to leak out. So while I'm working, can you work with? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about everything. That's just how I feel about everything. That's just how I feel about everybody. So a lot of times when I'm, people are asking, oh, well, understand where I'm coming from. Do you understand where other people are coming from, though? Do you get it? Can you agree to disagree? Like, come on. Be willing to give the same compassion that you want to receive. Come on. Taking a little sip. That's law. Don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here observing. And I like to go live every now and again because I definitely like to raise eyebrows. I like to, create controversy because I feel like these conversations need to be had. They need to be had. Straight up. They need to be had. And I know a lot of people don't want to really have these talks, or they want to sneak sub people on social media about what they post, or they want to leave nasty comments so we can argue. I told y'all, I'm not on that type of time. So you won't see me arguing on social media. I don't got time for it. But what I do have time for is addressing situations and also being able to assess my behaviors in it. Being able to assess my behaviors in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk around with blinders on to the things that you do and he did and she did and I know, and I'm glad you know what everybody else did. I'm glad you clear and understand everybody else. What about you? And that's what I ask myself every morning when I get up. You know, sometimes when me and my boyfriend argue, or if I'm arguing with a friend, I can always, the old me, I can point out everything. I can point out your facial expressions. I can point out everything you said and did that was wrong. Yeah, then when I in that space, the hurt Khadijah, I could give you so many facts about your bullshit. You start to believe you was wrong. But then when I started working on me, it was never about their behaviors. Khadijah, what about you? What about you? And some days, I saw Jada Pinkett post the other day. She said, when you love somebody, like the ego is put to the side. And then that, sometimes you will feel like you getting played or you looking stupid. And sometimes that's how I feel. I feel like sometimes when I'm checking myself and I'm coming back and I'm apologizing about things where kind of sort of I was only a little bit wrong, but I'm still putting my pride and my ego to the side because this is not even about me loving you. It's about me loving me. It's about me wanting to be a better me. And if I can't check myself in this situation, I'm going to continue to go on like this. I'm going to treat this next situation the same way. The same way. Because I never checked the behaviors from the beginning. So I don't know. Not everybody is on this quest. Not everybody is on this journey. And 9 times out of 10, people look at me going, I don't want to hear that shit. Or they want to hear it at the time. It's going to help them get the quick fix and then they moving right along. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that because I know when I was younger and I was going through things, nobody couldn't tell me what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool on it. I'm just letting people know my stance. I'm in a healing space continuously. Every single day, no matter who I'm dealing with or what I'm dealing with. If a situation happens in my life, I'm checking me. And I'm being honest. Because in some situations, even after I check myself, I also realize that I need to disconnect. So sometimes I can check myself and see where I went wrong and still not bang with you no more. That's the reality of it. I'm being real with me. I had a situation with a person. And that situation is, hey, Michelle, I miss you. Congratulations, your auntie again. I had a situation with a person. And it's been years since me and that person has spoken. And I kid you not, record you in the same space. I don't dislike the person. I don't even have no ill feelings towards them anymore. But I'm very clear on who they are and very clear on who I am. And those two spirits can't coexist. That's reality. I'm not going to tell you because I'm the healed Deja that I can get along with anybody and be bestie. No, I cannot do that. And after I check myself on why I can't do it, then I realize what I need to do. Okay, Khadijah, what's your issue? Say, for example, me personally, I don't like people that play on my intelligence. I feel like I'm a very, very smart person. So when I catch you trying to manipulate me and stuff like that, I take it very personal. And not because you're a manipulator. I take it personal because it makes me feel like you think I'm stupid, and that's a trigger for me. A trigger for me is people thinking that I'm stupid. That will send me over the deep end every time. That has nothing to do with the other individual. They just being who they are. That's my issue. So, case in point, if I'm ever in a space with somebody trying to manipulate me, I disconnect from them. And I'm not disconnecting from them because I'm not disconnecting from them because they're a manipulator. I'm disconnecting because that is something that triggers me. That's my own personal stuff. And that is something that I have to work on. Khadijah, why do you feel that way? Why does it upset you so much? What is the issue there? So these are questions that I'm asking myself, not asking why you're a manipulator, why you doing the things you do. You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to debate that. You are who you are. I just have to focus on who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to bring clarity and shed light on these situations because a lot of times, some people want someone to wear sex. Isn't that level of maturity though? No, Saquon, you're right. And I respect those people as well. I just don't like that the people, they want me to understand and have compassion for the fact that they're not in a healing space. I do. But do you have any respect or compassion for the fact that I am? I am in a healing space. So my behaviors won't be like yours. You know, I won't say and do the same things that you do. I don't even think like you. I posted about a week or two ago about energy. Because I see this meme everywhere. Whatever you do, you better know, or something like that. It just basically, the meme says something about whatever energy you put out, that's the same energy that I'm giving back to you. So I wrote the other day, 9 times out of 10, me and a person energy never match. And that's because people don't think like I think. You know, and that's not to say that's better thinking or worse thinking. We just think different. So case in point, if there's a situation where a young lady and me, say we have an argument in the lobby of a building over somebody not holding the door. 9 times out of 10, I'm off you in that moment. But then the next day, it's like it never happened. Whereas that person might be off me forever. That don't matter to me. Out of respect, if I walk into a space and she's there, I'm going to speak to her. If she's coming behind me and the door's closing, I'm going to hold it open for her. Whether she would do these things or not for me has nothing to do with me. Whatever energy that she wants to put out, that's on her just as well as it's a reflection on her. For me, if that's not who I am, I'm not being anybody else. I'm not doing it. And that's no matter who you're being. You know, is that easy? No. You know, some days you want to be like, you acting like that? Well, F you. Screw you. But I have to say that when that's how I feel. Not because that's what you're saying to me. And again, it takes people a while to get there. Some people never get there. I'm not judging where you are on your journey. Leave me alone on mine. Leave me alone on mine. Leave me alone on mine, because this is not changing. This is who I am. And at the end of the day, you know, I personally feel like all of this healing is making me a better person. I can't speak for what it's doing for anybody else. It's making me a better person, you know. And in order for me to continue this work, I have to reach back. So every time I learn something good and I learn something new and I learn another way to be or to treat myself, I reach back. You know, a lot of times people say that I put a lot of my life on social media. I do. But I tell people all the time that I am a person, like even today, I watched the Something Canfield story, Journey to Success or something like that. Like, I'm a person that I watch behind the music. I watched a lot of successful people's story because that inspired me. So when I'm sharing things with social media, I'm only doing it to inspire other people. You know, and it could be little things, it could be big things. It could be things that I should have kept to myself. It could be things that people might feel is private. It could be things that I know a lot of times people say, don't say stuff because you don't want nobody wishing. But I don't care what nobody wish on me. You can't block my blessings when I'm doing something good. I'm doing God's work. I'm going to only be blessed no matter what nobody else feel about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff I put out there is just because it's things that help me. Like I put out there me and my boyfriend's eating regimen, you know, and Meatless Monday and Seafood Taco Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday. You know, I put those things out because it helped me lose 5 pounds. Everybody in the world is talking about wanting to lose weight. So if I have a remedy, let me put it out there. You know, when good things are happening for me, I put it out there because I want the world to know that despite how unimportant and insignificant they think this work is, I'm receiving my blessings. I am receiving my blessings. And a lot of times people tell me, oh, girl, well, don't do that. And is it bringing you any money? Like, you guys know I told you I'm about to start podcasting. I'm very excited about it. And I caught myself about to take my podcast in a different direction because I was thinking about income. So I was saying to myself, I have so much to do and I need to continue creating multiple streams of income. So on a podcast, instead of like having it like Healing Hearts, maybe I should take it like in a more controversial direction because then that would help me gain sponsors and I would get money. And I'm thinking to myself, that's what you want to do? You want to go on podcast and gossip? That's what you want to do? No. I want to continue talking about the healing. That's what I want to do. And I said that that's just another way for that to happen. So instead of me taking the role of, oh, I need to make money, so let me make... No. I'm going to do what I love and the money's going to come. I'm going to do what I love and the money is going to come. So my podcast is going to be another platform where I can show the healing. And not even only through me, through other people as well. Because I want people to see that this work not only is important, it works. It definitely works. It definitely works. And, for some people, that's great. For others, that's not what they into. But in any event, I told myself I would start doing a live every month just to kind of have these conversations, because I think that people who are not seeing me every day or speaking to me every day, they seeing me on social media and I'm promoting all of these beautiful things, so they think my life is perfect. No, I've just consciously made an effort every single day to focus on a positive. You would be surprised. A number of things is going on in my life, But I'm not getting up here every day to say, oh, I can't believe this happened. Oh, this is the worst thing in the world. Oh, what I'm going to do now. Why are you focused on that? Won't you focus on what's happening good in your life and continue to improve on that? That's a part of the healing as well. So that's what I'm doing. And everything else kind of falls by the wayside, Everything else kind of falls by the wayside. I'm grateful and thankful for a gift to be able to, do something I love and have people gravitate towards that. I'm grateful and thankful to have support, because, that goes a long way. And I've seen people really, really show out in areas of support of me. And I don't even just mean in monetary value. Like, people have called and gave, inspirational words. People have promoted me. I've had people run down on me and offer me things just because of word of mouth. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for that. And I'm also grateful and thankful for people to trust me and want to listen to anything that I have to say and want to hear it and want to actually, take heed and put the steps forward in their life. And I'm also thankful for the people that said, listen, this ain't for me. Or that checked me and said, I ain't really feeling the way you shared that. You know what I'm saying? It lets me know, it helps me be better. That's all I care about. What I told y'all before, a better me, a better we. A better me, a better we. So that's really that. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I don't know. It doesn't tell me how long I've been on, but I just like to do these to kind of let people know, like, I'm out here. I'm not stopping. Nothing is getting in the way of this work. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to love it. I'm going to continue to thank God for it. I'm going to continue to be positive. I'm also going to continue to let you know when I couldn't be positive and I could only be human. And I'm also going to continue to be better. Hi, Nicole. Better. So if I did something last week and it's messed up and it's a shame, I'm going to pray over it and I'm going to check myself about it and I'm going to push forward and I'm going to do better. A better me, a better we. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So, in any event, it's now 4:09. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to ask some questions, because I know you have some. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Expect a lot. I have a lot of plans, and with God's grace, I want to see them unfold. And I'm grateful and thankful to continue to do the work, and just grateful for family and friends, grateful and thankful for a loving boyfriend that I show y'all as much as I possibly can. Again, love is so beautiful and so grand, and it's so nice to have somebody who sees all of your flaws, and I mean every last one of them, because when you live with your man, you can't hide them, and to still say, like, I not only do I love you, I love the shit out you, like, to always see something good, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So I'm grateful and thankful for that, and I got to continue to do the work. I have to continue to do the work. I love you too, Michelle. I have to continue to do the work. I love you too, Erica. I love you too, Shante. I have to continue to do the work. And, one of my favorite lines too that I'm learning this year is not everybody gets to go. Not everybody gets to go. And that's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, a better me, a better we. Not everybody gets to go. And, a few more things coming out the woodworks. Let me drop my number for people who want to text me and call me so we can talk. Operation Heal 100 Hearts does do one-on-one sessions. There is a fee. PayPal and MCU and in-person payments accepted only. My number is 917-592-3638. I do have a primary job, so after today, I will be working during the day, so no more during the day sessions until about, I think I have off next week, Wednesday during the day. But otherwise, it has to be after 5. We have to do advance payment because people are blocking off time slots and then calling at the last minute saying they can't do it, and you blocking off money when you do that. That ain't fair to me. You know what I'm saying? So I have to ask for advance payment to lock your slot in. In any event, my number is 917-592-3638. My email address is Dijah, DIJAHK at AIM, don't judge me, AIM.com. But if you want to hit the business email, it's OperationHeal100Hearts at gmail.com. Okay, so you can DM me. We on IG. You can inbox me here. I do have, okay. That was my boyfriend. So I do have Messenger for Facebook. You can inbox me, and we'll see what happens there. So I gotta go because Bae's coming home. But I had fun. Hit me up. I love you guys. And I'll listen to this again anyway. Later.